Dun 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 dun. Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and boy has it been a good like 6 years since I posted a Marvel ranking, but with Phase Five all wrapped up now with Thunderbolts. I and as we before we enter Phase Six of the MCU, which is mind blowing to think that the MCU is getting close to 40 movies now. How I mean, how many franchises can say they've had 40 movies in a span of 17 years? But I thought I would rank uh, the six movies that we've got in Phase Five. While Phase Five is by no means the best phase of the MCU, that is still Phase Three, because Phase Three is just peak Marvel. But Phase Five, I still think is stronger than as some people say, especially the Marvels. So expect to see the Marvels a little higher on my list than the majority. I know. No surprise if you've seen my review of the Marvels. So, without further ado, here's my ranking of the Phase 5 MCU movies. At number 6, at the bottom of my ranking, note I don't hate a single Phase 5 MCU movie. But the weakest for me is Ant-Man and the Wasp 3, a Quantumania. I know you're all going to say, oh, Harry, really? The Marvels is worse. Well, here's why I don't think so. For one, the Marvels at least has, character progression and a better bond with the team. Quantumania lacks that Paul Rudd's uh, Quantumania lacks that Paula Rudd's Ant-Man does not change in this movie once, and he and Hope are separated for the majority of the film, so it's just him and his daughter for the most part until Hank, Cassie, and Hope and her parents reunite in the third act. And My God, did they butcher Darren Cross into an CGI abomination? That head has become one of the uh, ugliest MCU memes, uh, and plus, I do miss one of the characters from the first two films. This film kind of ignored the characters from the first two in a way, so it's not the greatest conclusion to the trilogy, but I still appreciate the ambition that went into the quantum realm visually. Kang is the most intimidating Ant-Man antagonist. Cassie Lang, boy, did she grow into a badass in this film. She is no longer the little girl she was in the first two. At number 5, the Marmite of Phase 5, and the most divisive Captain America movie, Captain America Brave New World. Is this a step down from most of the Steve Rogers trilogy? Yes, it is. Uh, a lesser movie than Winter Soldier and especially Civil War, but I'd take it over First Avenger. Sure, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, as this movie had 5 writers for its script alone, and you can tell the leader was not executed well at all as the villain. And I do get why some wanted more of Red Hulk. But this feels like such a fun payoff to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's so satisfying seeing Sam finally become the Captain America we knew he could be. It also feels like, a satisfying sequel to The Incredible Hulk, and Harrison Ford does, such a perfect job carrying on General Ross's legacy in after William Hurt sadly passed away. And the Red Hulk fight is one earth-shattering MCU final battle, and of course the scene to see this movie for. At number 4, the almost flawless finale to the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, Guardians Volume 3. James Gunn, thank you for having the balls to go dark with this final one. Yes, the animal cruelty scenes can be harrowing to get through, as you really feel, well, Rockets loses, well, his only friends with in the flashbacks with Lila Teeths and Floor, or bless them, uh, and my God, the High Inquisitor, he is he's the first MCU antagonist you just love to hate since Thanos. Even his own followers were against him by the end, and even Mantis was at her best to hear it. Oh, Mantis has done nothing but melt my heart whenever she's on screen, and seeing Gamora back was a wish come true, and even teenager Groot was a delight. I do think the movie did play it just a tad safe by not killing off a single Guardian, but still, this was still a mostly explosive conclusion to a enjoyable superhero trilogy. At number 3, what seems to be the fan favourite of Phase 5, well, this and Guardians Volume 3, Deadpool and Wolverine, and what the what most would call the only good comic book movie of last year. Well, I would beg to differ there, as I also loved Joker, Folly Ado, but wow, Deadpool and Wolverine is well, this is the definition of a movie for the fans, and the movie the X-Men fans have craved. You get to see Hugh get to wear his cowl after, well, like 24 years old. You are just like, thank you. Yeah, it delivers on everything you want to see, especially an entire army of Deadpools, and including Lady Deadpool, played by Blake Lively, Ryan's wife, Deadpool dog, and even some of the most exquisite behind the scenes X-Men footage in the credits. Not to mention Daphne Keene's Laura X. Well, she got to slay as well as she did in Logan, and that bye bye opening, freaking epic. Yeah, Sean Levy really did not hold back with this one. So glad it was not restricted to a PG-13 and 12A. They even managed to include the one that I want from Greece in the soundtrack, which made me geek out as a Greece worshipper. At number 2, yes, the one pick that you are all going to strongly disagree with me on, the Marvels, the one that most of you will put at the bottom, I know. So I have lots of explaining to do, but I still think people are way too harsh on this, and way too quick to dismiss it. Like people didn't want to like it before they even saw it or something. I mean, I think that's in no way, shape, or form tops the first Captain Marvel as my favourite MCU movie. But this is a team that I would love to see in the MCU again, which is likely not going to happen after this is the lowest grossing movie in the franchise. But Nia DaCosta shows us she knows how to direct a female team, and the chemistry between the three women felt extremely genuine, especially Kamala, as she brought that extra fun to the team. She's the biggest Captain Marvel fangirl, and she finally got to fight alongside her idol, and this movie will really make you want to watch Miss Marvel on Disney Plus if you haven't already. The Singing Planet was one of my absolute favourite new worlds in the MCU, and that's memory cat swallowing scene. I mean, uh, better than any comedy in any Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I know you think I'm on drugs saying that, but I really think it is that funny. And yes, this uh, this would be my number one, if not for just one more that topped it. And I am going to strongly miss Brie Larson as Carol Danvers if this is her last appearance in the series. My number one favourite MC movie of Phase 5 is, to my surprise, Thunderbolts. Whoa. Uh, this is the real savior of Marvel in my eyes, and I mean this was an explosively satisfying movie to me. I cannot believe it's still underperforming financially. It deserves your money, and it's really, well, like the inside out of the MCU, and how it's a superhero team up movie with a take on mental health and what the characters are going through. So that, and this is one of the this is the greatest MCU team since the Avengers. Yelena is totally awesome in any movie she's in, and having her as a protagonist, was just perfect. And I now like Red Guardian and Bucky and John Walker and even Ghost even more than I did before after this movie. And the action being mostly shot practically, extremely well shot. In fact, the finale, the climax, being one of my top 5 favorite MCU climaxes in terms of well, action stakes and emotional stakes. That's song, "And we can build this thing together," just won't leave my head after this movie. I highly doubt this is going to be dethroned as my favourite comic book movie of 2025, even by Superman and Fantastic Four First Step. So yeah, I'm proud to call Thunderbolts the best movie of the MCU Phase 5. So there you have it, folks, my ranking of Phase 5 of the MCU, and Phase 6, bring it on. I hope to be nothing but blown away by Phase 6. Well, I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this ranking. And what's your ranking of a Phase 5? I'm sure, well, the vast majority of you will disagree with me about the Marvels, but please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I have a special Barbie related video coming up. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.